enti adenti na ye maame a sebi wakọ adwuma ye papa a wakọ adwuma a afi no wapon wonua a wakọ adwuma afi no wapon sebi ukọ chinchim ne nsa na waje no more than the wasa waje no
enti ma adofo nyina akọ aba eba shiny creations on beyond the headlines na ene beyond the headlines no ye de opanyin kase pa aba platform so ene ne ba twetwe nkomo enye obi ase the personal assistant to the Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene na dodo Aide adodo na de frɛ no awuche enti na ebema awuche akwaba na ye na abetwetwe nkomo efa Ashanti festival a ekọ so ewo Kumasi ho any other development issues a ewo Ashanti region ho mini awuche ya akwaba eba beyond the headlines na apom ti sen
nyame adom no mompa ba ho den wo
ye de rade ase edi adodo na ade ni mu awuche na odi ankasa pa de sen
so me di ankasa de ye fra me Emmanuel Pokwa na me but awuche na dodo na ade ni me
na edi wo wi ase nyina ye den na awuche yi na otimi kofa to wo so
awuche de me nya free secondary school so it was actually a nickname and will be a different but along the line I accept it and me je to me ho so and I say no edi me na ma edi ma ba be duru he
pa say awuche no ya be household name
exactly
and am say minister odo ho abono a wono no etu anamo nyina na me pese me hu say ekwan be na wo fa so a wo di share minister wonim no personally and say politics mu na wo di share minister manya sa bond dia mo de atu sa anamo yi
inti me ne Dr. Frank Amoakohene de way back way back make say me na nanti ache na it goes beyond politics and enyoma many nua nya nkita ho
okay
and through that nipa dey you say your podcast you be a friend and loyalty so when you work with people na say we are loyal to them na the excess we be are and I'm so na me doctor ebenya nkita ho somewhere I think that be national service ewo that time na mo sunyane me kaya that time me aspire for NASPA presidency and obi ana me doctor cry said that nye free but doctor was already in the political we see me wo hwa na ni nyane ka tell me doctor we and I was like the hwa na mu say doctor but doctor wo ground say bo agenda mama den you are cry me or cry ya nhyɛ da answer ni nkomo bio but and na mo apart cost me nyoma ba ku mienu bi ma doctor and through that I'm say now also observe me nti we say e modern man wo nti Nyankopon ya adom opagya no and he needed his best hands possible and an invitation by as a member na ye nhwe de betima ya aboa ya santima
come on story very inspiring na senior wasi adan what be ade nani a chair no ade de a chair say no obi na ma say we loyal to the person because loyalty e pay panty the more we loyal to the person no ono so hu ne say bibi wo mu a e betimi apia ma mansan na hu a obetwe aban no ho na ono wa ya adwuma enti abra ye ball minister din honorable Dr. Frank Amoakohene say onye Ashanti regional minister no say na osifa news no
so me kai news ne ba as a doctor Ashanti regional minister no near was set so many production be adwuma F Dreams Entertainment enti na was set na me phone that silence enti ye wie na me tena se am yi me phone na wo me scores be I didn't know what was going on maybe me WhatsApp and me say my friend be Nelson was sending me voice note Charlie congratulations ne enti of frame no I pretended I knew what the news was about but to be honest na me nim de na eko no say abomudi ni ade ti me Nelson kasa wi na doctor nwi na me ka na asem ne ko e ba ne ko ne ba na say yabo doctor di say onye friend say Ashanti regional minister so there and then any dia na one man na me ka che team ne say yen hye nkonya yen tena say for a podcast e dia podcast na me nya video call no na say doctor ne wo so and Charlie it was the whole room was packed with jubilation
and it has been happiness ever after
because
you monitor the space now you share a kwanya we see a bo Ashanti region ho daru any minister ho daru na e say adwumason pa na we edema minister no now Ashanti region minister ba ye no ye hu say or the some vibrancy be aba region mu pa no kra e ba kopɛ in time past no na entisa but regional minister we ba ye hu say wama region no are very active eno na enena mu ana de be pie bibia ye friend no Ashanti festival sign na sa timponi na esi ba so ene kwan mo fa so a mo ye ntotoe e de e ma sa nice program we esi ba so
So you see, Dr. Frank Amoakohene, since time I'm to date, or one person be a just a okasa onye.
Yeah.
Or yes, I'm going for now or more epitomize it. If it must be done, it must be done
right.
well.
Yeah.
And he said, okase obeya na who are the resources, whatever, but they committed to. So I don't know. And the talking about vibrancy in Enyoma about Ashanti region. One, Dr. Youth and Dr. Aide Mama youth a
All the
woman in
youth, yeah.
Munina, and yet just Ashanti region. Yeah, about Dr. Dize or Mayor Ashanti regional minister. No. There was a school of thought, and Ashanti region Kakrakawena, Yakofa, a young guy near day. A question is, do you think SS phobia and as a SRCB na running? But you see, BBM no. See the Jawa near the Aswa.
Sanity.
Make sure say youth na who stand yama woman. Young kobo within say oh ye man youth way Ashanti regional minister why not troka. One of the first things I was say I need to make sure say ebefa me sunti na dachi. Be a party be cry any NDC a bit my party for. A bit me ahwe me so no mo de atwa omompanyimfo mpoa say yakofa youth why aye ni. So that is how it started. Now talking about the whole Ashanti festival, visibility. You spoke about visibility. Say region be fan into my perfra. It was a region no visible for all good reasons.
That is true.
If you want investors to come into the region, it was also visible for all good reasons. And what would you media would a dance? And the doctor say, indeed you may be all sectors of the economy, maybe health, education, entertainment, sports,
tourism,
tourism, bibia. Ebet me nya fair share said the ya be wi ye be boss anyoma we nyina on the room. Enti ade an ye betumi say abe no na Easter ba. Easter ba ne de. Ye nya festival bi. Na ye fancy ho. Enti ne ya kaka yitirima aye festival ye ya asanteman. Edi ne se ye ya ma asanteman dia. Ene se nya di na wi Ashanti festival. And the Ashanti festival no minister had the idea in mind. But you see, he's a leader who always wants to move with his people. What Dr. Frank Amoakohene is practicing, it's servant leadership. So we a leader, and don't just with me so ya betina
yeah.
Nemum fa ye ni ye wrem. Busa me de hear me, na ye mame. Nti oh solve that problem now, which means you have solved my problem. With all the ideas Dr. Frank Amoakohene had. Dr. Frank Amoakohene went or took to his social media pages, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. And I will post here say, we have in mind an Ashanti festival we want to organize. And the programs being at Tememufuono,
yeah.
And I can tell you for a fact, the number of suggestions we had was more than 1,000. But some of them were running through. Maybe you how to say idea good, but it will take time. At the end, you na young group, na yen how I bet me execute. And I think Kabu Mani Benya a 25 body of work. Together, it came together Ashanti Festival.
That is fantastic. And we see it's for yen na ye hu ekwan a Ashanti Festival e fa so a e bae. Yenya regional minister ono de obse oba ema emabunu. Eno nti tirimpo a onya ase ode ba bebo asanteman no. Ono ankasa e we na mepese me de ba. Na emom ode ato afidin intents obi amfa na dwen kyeremra. Me ankasa me hu bi. Sa amanfo e kyere o madwen ne ekwan a yemfa so na yemfa sa adwumadie no emra. Na mame san bisa bi o se sa Ashanti Festival a that what there and I say it has come to stay.
And this is the impact which the Ashanti Festival created in the region. Potoka se mumbe can local economy na enormous. If we had time, we could have gone into the details, talk about the hospitality industry, Mecca hospitality industry. I am talking about accommodation for the hotels, of course restaurants, the impact it created. We involved, and not just restaurants. We involved in food. Program no. Obi a sebi or table kitu ebi kura oton there also because there has been the influx of people there. People are making good sales. Oba baby to say tourism. Sika amanfo so far hunya because now the whole region became a tourist attraction area. So Ashanti Festival na idea no. So you can see your impact when you na be relegating to the background. After say you adwumadi we a na am Asante man. Nje say no ko baby to say ehwa ehwa involved in wood carving. Yes, senior akunya, yeah, say was your akunya. na yɛsene ne yɛde si wɔ na yɛbɔ Ashanti festival na atena ase wohwɛ me phone cover you cry Ashanti festival it means it has come to stay with us in the say yɛbɔ na atena ase 2026 and beyond Ashanti festival aba betena in the end 2026 Ashanti festival yɛbɛ launch it very soon
ɛne na yɛbɛma Ashanti festival akɔ aba waba nso a yɛma na atena ase na yɛbɛ bo minister super assistant abaso na ya ka kyerɛ mo sɛ dwuma pa o ma hya ase no o mo nkoso no mo nye na mo fa nkosi awie pa. Now let me ask this question say uhu bi a me hu say some Ashanti youth bi so amom hom ne so akeka nsɛm bi sɛ Ashanti festival no ade e ho dada na minister no pese ofa kwati kwan bi so na ofa eye ono ankasa ne bona fide na nya ne dia ade a na tirimpo no ho dada san nsɛm bi sa no how do you respond to that?
So you see, it is funny how mechanics say politics it's divided here. It is funny how say I can't cast me cast obi party akwa kotopa. Enye na bro. But ya ankasa ye nkrofo etimi tinase etimi hihye susudua bi say ade ya hihye ye hu se beboa na mom we no ye nkɔ ne nkɔsɛ eku a mete say omo ka say omo na oni Ashanti festival ne sabi meaning baby omo free and you see when we talk about festival everybody has the right to organize a festival. That is once you have all the necessary like requirements satisfied. And the Osha Ashanti festival there na was a gina so bia etimi di fashion it had been satisfied. Be it your friend is saying the right, be it BBR, there was not even a single box which had not been checked. Now, group here, Amoakohene and Amoakohene Ashanti festival, you see, at a point, me said up in your time, and you will be up, sir, Amoakohene, and will be up, on your bre, so group non come page so. Now, one show more previous engagements. O Matinasia, or more campaigning, or more di His Excellency John Dramani Mahama NDC attempt any omudi like anything with regards to the NDC attempt. It tells you say susu pona na wo mutirimenye susu popa and I say enya adwempa. So if the minister has in mind such a great innovation I bet me a region now and ye nyina ye hu the impact. Enti sabi sanki ye tie omo ana ye hwe omo ene ye gina so ne ka Ashanti festival anoka na nke ebedi ama Asante mantem afa no ntoma pefa no ye jaya angebe you know Asante mantem ne edi na bro ndi mesere. You see we are building a region or a country beyond partisan affiliations. Ubetimi aye party we ni ubetimi aye party we ni but when it comes to improving and building on the country mesere wo ye babu no memma se bi party bi se okutupa na wo megina ho emmetotobo anaza wo metoto ayampe na metotobo mapak so me I always say this I am a young man who is not even up to 35 years. I am let's say 30 plus. Me what the next 4 years to improve upon my life. Me what the next 4 years to see say abrabo no ebe koyi amame enize metenase na me de partisan politics me di obi achi na me ye we ni nti we na say emwa ne za anwoma na me wi ase no me na me ye me ho ana say e de na me ye emwa yi mu bia. So you see mesre obi bia wo Asante mantem wo Ghana be bia wo bia mesre let's build a country beyond partisan affiliation.
Yeah, that was Seminu Auchi. Let's build a country beyond partisan politics. Now, one thing, Minister, any the Ashanti Festival, a dead demand in a pan say, Minister, I will keen interest, I will come out with a DNA, a informing minister, a manning as a keen interest, and what role and a come out a player, Ashanti Festival.
Is he talking about Kuma with them? When we talk about the Ashanti region, your region, yeah, Sabi. And your ordinary region.
Yeah.
Ashanti region carries Ada and Yomemi. And make me say 2 millimeter Ashanti region. Na yeba a Ashanti region. One of the things that it may be a trip na a bo a Ashanti region. Echi dompa a Kumawu. And when we talk about Kumawu, you check the number of people at Kumawu they employ. So if you have about 20 productions, now obi a year simultaneously. Now each production is employing about 30 30 by 50. That is 1,500. So at a go, you have created an employment avenue of 1,500
people.
And you see the impact of Kumawood on the local economy alone. It's enormous. And it's an employer and as I was sector there, a bit me absorbing all this youth. Na a year month for a free street, no, na omubetini, a digma, amonsa comano, na omudi be ashe a busani adia. On tenasi Emma Sebi, Sajumeko Nanya Day, So you see, when we talk about Kumawood, you share again, apart from the employment avenues and create. When you talk about social norms and social values, omudi go yemu growing up, yemu bi owa. You know, our future was shaped by some of the Kumawood movies, which we watch. Kumasi Yonko, Tribal War, Debbie. You see, you watch all these movies, and a foot to Sema Ubenyano. And Sekuma would because it means we are going to lose all these things. And for sure, Kuma also a toss. So, Minister has annual wage now, no, say no. So, any maintenance castle, and Macom, any day, enemy. Enti ene ma memfa kwan bia so a metimi aboa na mekenyan Kumawood no mede mekenyan se de bia emfaso a ye betimi anya na ye betimi adi to the maximum best ye betimi adi se adwuma eno ene ade a ehye ni nkran say ye Kumawood ommoa na revive Kumawood. Now talking about the role Kumawood played in the Ashanti Festival, metimi aka say one of the key pillars of Moboaye Emma Ashanti Festival ye can the successor ye Kumawood. Yet you see a fashion show amanfo e wode mo nyina ate was ade mu yan say kwaku manu na apie stage funny face na apie stage wayosi na apie stage sunsum na apie stage. You see, it tells you, and on one more de mo nyina everybody was screaming
and Nigeria they are
obi a wo hwe na bontibia. This is not your regular a Ghanaian runway. The normal Ghanaian runway no ebia models bi na nipa ba ko mi no bi na se bi o mo fa so. For the first time we had stars passing on the runway. Ye share program bi say football games aye Kumawood any your friend say media Kumawood ni nyina ba out o hwe boxing na boy obi tisa Akabeneza at a point Akabeneza was in the rank with Bukumbangu and you saw how he geared up the fans. Programs are Kenya drama log Kumawood versus KDT and Makola. It was immense. So you see Kumawood omadi munyam ebe not forgetting honoring Kumawood heroes na it tells you say now Kumawood ati as say see be develop Asante Mantema ye ni omu nyina na be ka bom. Building Ashanti region goes beyond partisan lines said Mekaya. We all have a role to play. And the Kumawood so firm dia almost person mo ye. Almost ye e de boa ma Ashanti festival and in Benya.
Ye beda ye nua awuchi ase. Na me swerve away from Kumawood any Ashanti festival on Sansam kakra. Yenya minister ankasa personal assistant wa here na it say yenya minister ankasa ene gina ha. Eno nti there are some questions etiefo bi no pese me bisa no. Eno nti me bisa eno so na ya hwe anu yi a awuchi e de ebema ye e wo ho nso. Say ye hwe Ashanti regional there is a growing concern with truck drivers and your mates. Obi o wa ofri tech e kwa eju so. Wo hu se nipa bebre egu kwa ho amopeka akọ. Onfa omo nkoju so. No apa si fomeso a odu fomeso a na afi wato aso. Se na ebe ya obenya sika bebre na passenger no a ono etu ne kwan no ne ho be kire no mo. Sansem we no anamon ben na minister any the regional coordinating council etu e dey solve that problem we.
And the okay, I think that just last week me angaza kwa ebi to me. You see my family at here.
Okay.
I've stayed in here for my entire life. And now I was a Mekosera Ebusia for over the weekend. There been any weekend, a weekdays here. To me, call me do KJT, I'm a fat car. Oh, the uncle, they all can short. But in my case, no. Offer from Mampont, offer KJT, they are come Mamponting. Because I'm the guy come Mamponting as I'm a offer 15 cities. Me wa Mamponting on a normal day. And as a normal time, 7 cities.
So you're charging times 2.
There be times 2, more than
times 2.
Times 2, you're 14 cities. Yeah. And you are 14 was at the one
city. So.
And me dream one I say, me catch a meeting say, o make sure so will be answers abeman. But now I here back and forth. I informed the driver near there. But you see I'm no Kasan. There was regional minister, there was regional police commander, and there was a KME mayor. Omo me as asadi we, e do makoma so pa. eti me make calls abobo appropriate authorities amane ema ebe wi ase no commander ema amanfo osende ne me mayor enso ma amanfo ba me ne wo kasa no ave wi na police won ne mayor enkrofo KM foi no ma dos nko afi ne hu do be take up the issue and ye call KM no mayor the representative no asem o kan ne say we one of the issues am here be wo kumas and we one of the complaints that the bia man for the brom and they are going to make sure say sa micro trotro and as a short no any ade 7 cedi ne no mo 15 cedi no they would make sure say sa nyoma ne nyina ano be dey ebetwa. So I can tell you for a fact, minister, the regional police commander, any KM mayor, they are committed to fighting this. And MTTD funds so like almost they are doing their best. You get it? And nyame adma in the coming days, and now I can say me say GPRTU as a prices of transportation air buffer. It's nyame adma I can tell you for a fact, every nyame adma Monday all these authorities are going to make sure that sir and she say pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e dey go apaso a reflect e masa anyoma we nyina aba no it will be enforced. And the make obi say obi anka na komanto yam say oko situation biya mu sa me state say obe Fred appropriate MTTDU e call lines enti me say ye nyina ye mpesa call lines no enti say interview ye betime nya sa call lines na me personally I'll give you the numbers. You making sure that would publish these numbers out there obi obetina ka mu bia obe face this overpriced ness anyoma no call free some numbers no, and when you call the lines, busa of direction and baby or any sign, they will quickly send their men to come to your aid because this are the American. On my neighbor here, I am no. And they make master drivers, no, so as a driver, papa driver, Mr. On my no, ebe here, and your president in Kwan. On my neighbor here, and your Ashanti regional minister in Kwan. On my neighbor here, and your finance minister in Kwan. Who are sentimental? Yes, say, who free here, and as a who KJT, air call. Mamponti and I say, eh, 50 pesos, and I say 5 cedi. Oh, come Mamponti, 7 cedi, Mr. Nipa na wo je ni 15 cedi no. Me maame na wo akwa gina dwom. Wo gina dwom a sebi okoye no ade a wo ton the whole day no kra. Emfaso a wo nya no, emro 10 cedi. Emfaso a wo nya no, emro 50 cedis. Make us say kwadwo wo fie, mansa wo fie, nyame ade mo kina. Omo be ko school na omo be ko no. Say yamfa ni say me maame a wakwa brain. Say one money home modern, some for so ya wenyan. Or the more quadro, any man some more the ako school. Echena, one young monketwa, almost well better nephew, almost school, almost in education. And the other thing I am a mea sebi, wako eduma, ya papa, wako eduma, fain wapon, 1 year wako eduma, fain wapon. Sebi, uko chinchim nensa, no what geno, more than the Osa Ogeno, until the best. See a bit my building on mine, it goes beyond us. See a bit my building on mine, I was here in a kind of boom. Enti wo driver no wo wa famudi a obetimi ayaboa amo man na koso mate nzo a wo woti wona wo charge say scan na say eye sabi o driver na seje say ya wumpo na sabi bu apa ya wo gi no dwen wo say wo ene ye didi wa na wo ma me bi nya didi na Kenya o de mesere mo o ma ye nyina ye nka mo efri say o man eye man o man ye nya me nkwa me man eye nyina ene betimi aka bom na ya build asantimantem ama asantimantem afa ne ntoma pa e de efra.
There is no better way say awuche ebetumi akasa asem we e de akire oman Ghana na ye beda wase pa say wakasa passionately e de akire trotro drivers any omo mate any the entire Ghanaian populace say obia enhwe na anamo a say wutu say oman bapa no wonso betu enam say eye oman na ye nyina ye chekire ye da wase na ye de etwa to no ma mmisa question we say how does the regional minister or a kwan ben or faso a criticisms are eba na akwa mu nyina wo handle because say dey akwa ni pray there amanfo be criticize wo adwuma wo ye we ni yo wanye ni yo amanfo be ka ho asem and minim say criticisms mo ho bebre eno ti kwan be na minister anyone kasa as the personal assistant mo fa so a mo handle sa criticisms eba wa akwa mu nyina
you see on say about criticism there are two forms of criticisms you ba akwa your friends say constructive criticism and you ba akwa your friend destructive criticism. When we talk about a constructive criticism eboa ema wo ye enwoma yi and a destructive ones na bi wa sabi aya ya temidi and all that. You see, Dr. Frank Amoakohene has seen all these things. Negative ones never and a positive ones never. Mekai all started the administration and na bi asemi na kura no onim no okofa ansem bi ba na be dedwa afi ebe wi ase no obia ehu no kra na yede na wasem ni enti eba criticisms na etora bi a ebi wo ha yetimi bu ya ni guso dodo na meka se dodo na ebu ya ni guso ba emum de ye constructive ones no time bi ade o kan ye se mesere mu constructive criticisms no moma ye nhwe na de ye betimi apeki wo mu no ye mpeki na ye mfa mo because these are the people ye serve om edi se omo na ye serve om no omo no ehu se e bia sabi we nye anase we nya ye nhwe na ye mboa om e wo sa kwan so basically we always welcome criticisms tebia we open our arms and do our criticisms we are always welcoming like to criticisms and remember na nya wo se bia sabi minister ikra na asemi amekwa akokai sabi obewie no onfa no our doors are always open if you want to constructively criticize us Charlie yeah tebia we are always open to this criticism because I don't know bet me aboy something is oba kan kasa mo ye say the old chasa no onim se na chiachia into they criticize here but make it constructive say the be a e bet me afa aba wo nya de aye de wakoma pen so e de ama
and we are fortunate say yenya regional minister we very active on social media exactly. And until we can go to all the handles na asem bia haye bia no ye de atodwa and you are assuring us say the full assurance that minister ever responded to all our issues.
A typical example. And you should be to say a Ashanti festival. A program outline to say the mechanic. But me I say 70% of the program outline came as a result of the suggestions a year Amoakohene minister Facebook post say. That is one. Two, a year nipa kra or year graphic designing works ni na minister through challenge. You call minister social so or through challenge say wow oji wundi say about graphic design na obet my bibi no munyina momra enti on the number 2 number now the 2 and it was my personal contact and minya time many omudi nkomo me mo tax also munyina here enti nipa o ye graphic works of Ashanti Fest yes your friend is say design we na ye kan wasem no again eye obi an ye nim ne da eye obi a social media and ye kwesi an so you see minister ni obi a ono ne te street ni so o streaky obi streaky and is a tag now. What did you hear? Say, what are you doing? Over tag no, and I say, be over call the post. I say, and on the Facebook woman, and I say TikTok, and I say, they are no fatu because over kaya now we are innovating. You was a question about the social media name. I say, how we are active in this animal. Sabrina minister, sa questions now on the Twitter handle. Now, here the nyoma about concerning, and I say, with regards to. Vet na oyede oyo so it should tell you say there is a whole team behind minister ni socials and we are always committed to taking out the good sides of what people always tell us see with me e dey about ma sentiment menya into my boyfriend
and at the end be your last words for Asanteman Ghana man nyina especially emabunu a omo ewo minister mugidie na omo hwe ni mu say Asanteman e be fa into my pa dey fra
and my final words mesere for the first time, you were a regional minister or dream. We have a young regional minister who is not so much 100% committed to building his political party. What he wants to do is he wants to build a region beyond partisan affiliation. In the message, yes, criticisms in the Weber, it is an American. But you do brebia, you more mining here. Yenina yem fa omani impuntu no as number 1 na yenjai say me ye party we ni enti say oye ade eyempo a mekasa ede ayede ede atia no me ne wo mesere we all have a role to play. Let's educate people, let us make people understand the need for us to move together as a youth of the Ashanti region, as a youth of Ghana. Said the be me pray impuntu Ediaba Asantimantem nenko yese me ye party we ni enti minister ya ebe ma ne party no ene nanima benyam enti me de metwe mo afi. This will be my final words.
Yeda wasepa enu awuchi se enne oje bre na woni etwetwe nkomo yeda wasepa yankopon onhirawo na ombo mo ho ban na dwumadi amudie no oma bibia enkoso enye kama na enne se oba beyond the headlines so the personal assistant to Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene obia di ayenin no awuche na ene no atwetwe sa nkomo yi na se na your first time you best subscribe your channel no watch our videos share na afoforo nyina so enya bi nhwe ye beda mo ase yakra mo nyina